The Lincoln Business District is getting new infrastructure. The city is expanding its tree canopy, and this year marks 25 years of First Night in Tacoma. All that and more on this edition of Tacoma Report. Hello, I'm Anita Gallagher. Work on the Convention Center hotel development is humming along. So far, the installation of the tower crane shafts are complete, the footing has been poured, and the tower crane went up after Thanksgiving. This development is one of the first major foreign direct investments in a commercial project on publicly owned land in Tacoma. Tacoma Water is taking advantage of the construction work going on this fall on South 38th Street for the Lincoln District Streetscape Project to minimize the impacts of replacing under-street water mains. Coordinating installation of 4 blocks of new water mains now will help Tacoma Water avoid returning to do the same work later on.
So in projects like this, we try to partner as much as we can so that in one go, we're able to do our work, Public Works is able to do their work, and Environmental Services, they're able to do their utility work as well, just to minimize the project costs and to minimize the disturbance to the general public and the businesses.
The Lincoln Streetscape project is scheduled for completion next spring. Another example of how Tacoma Water coordinates water infrastructure work will soon be seen during the expansion of the Tacoma Link light rail system. Tacoma Water recently selected a new leader. Scott Dewhurst was appointed to replace retiring Superintendent Linda McCrae. Dewhurst comes to Tacoma from Newport News Waterworks in Virginia, where he was Assistant Director. He's been meeting Tacoma Water staff and touring facilities that serve 329,000 customers across Pierce and South King counties.
I've been very impressed, quite honestly, with what Tacoma Water has already constructed and how it's obvious to me that the staff here takes a lot of pride in what they do. They care a lot about what they're doing. They want this place to look good and to operate the way it was intended. So it's really exciting to see a staff that's so motivated to do a great job and really being good stewards of the water quality and the water supply that they're here to protect.
Superintendent Dewhurst started his new job in October. Tacoma Power is preparing to replace towers and a major power transmission line that crosses Henderson Bay and Highway 302 near Purdy. Before next year's construction can begin, Tacoma Power will meet its commitment to the community to establish a new nesting site for osprey, which often build nests on the old towers. Crews have installed fencing on top of the towers to deter the birds from roosting after their annual migration back to the northwest. A special nesting platform will be built nearby to keep them a safe distance from construction activities. It's similar to another successful relocation effort 4 years ago at North Bay near Allen. The 92-year-old towers that connect the Cushman Hydro Project with Tacoma will be replaced with sleek new transmission poles. After the break, Metro Parks Government Affairs Manager Andrew Austin will join me to talk about the future of Tacoma's waterfront. Stay tuned. An effort is getting underway to look at the future of Tacoma's waterfront. With me today is Metro Parks Government Affairs Manager Andrew Austin to talk about this project and how residents can get involved. Welcome to the show, Andrew.
Thanks, it's great to be here.
So can you please provide an overview of the Envision Our Waterfront effort?
Yeah, so the Envision Our Waterfront effort is a year-long process that is being undertaken by Metro Parks and the City of Tacoma in conjunction, and we're really looking at the future of Tacoma's waterfront and specifically the future of Ruston Way. So we're asking some big questions around what does the community want for this beautiful piece of our city, and also what are some challenges and some opportunities that we can find to reinvest in this part of our waterfront. So we'll be having a lot of public conversations and a lot of work over the next 12 months or so.
Well, that sounds very exciting. So what does this project hope to accomplish?
So ultimately, this first kind of phase of the project is what we're working towards is creating a community vision and action plan for the Ruston Way waterfront. What we want that plan to be is essentially a document that doesn't just collect dust on the shelf, but is really actionable and gives us as the city and Metro Parks a path forward to really implement whatever the community decides the vision for this waterfront should be. So this first phase is that plan done by the end of the year, and then after that we'll move towards implementation and finding funding to improve the waterfront down there.
Wonderful. So are there any immediate needs that this effort will address?
So that's one of the first things that our consultant team and our government team will be digging into. So we'll see, but we know there are challenges. We know that the roadway needs work. We know that there's constricted right-of-way in terms of conflicts with people and cyclists and cars and parking. We know that we have to think about climate change and climate adaptation, and the seawall has challenges, and we need to plan for the next 100 years in that aspect. So all of those challenges, including, I didn't mention there's a lot of stormwater infrastructure down there too. So all of those pieces of infrastructure have a home there already. And what we want to do is look at what we need to do to keep them in a state of good repair and enhance them for future generations. And then also we want this plan to inform the agencies if they have near-term things they need to fix up, we want to make sure that they're doing that in a way that's aligned with a broader vision. So it's not just about what we're doing in 10, 15, 20 years, it's also about the immediate needs and impacts.
Wonderful. So what will the community participation piece look like?
Yeah, so we have really robust plans for community participation because it's really important that we don't just talk to the folks who live around the waterfront. We really see this amenity as Tacoma's waterfront, and even folks from Pierce County and beyond, we know, come and visit this area. So the first thing we'll be asking is, do you feel ownership in this place? And if you do, why? And if you don't, why don't you? And we'll be asking that in South, East, North, and West Tacoma, all over, and Central. So we'll be going out and talking to community groups, neighborhood groups, civic groups all over the city, because we really see this as a citywide process and we need a citywide input. And then we'll have a community design charrette early next year, which is just in a few months now, or sometime in the beginning of next year. And that'll have a public component where we'll ask people to come engage with us and really give us their meaningful input in terms of what their vision for this place is. And do that way before we even know what we're thinking of doing. So we'll really get their input early on, because ultimately we want public and stakeholder and agency not only feedback, but really input and buy-in in shaping this plan, because we think this is the people's waterfront, not just governments.
Absolutely, absolutely. So this sounds like a great planning effort, and we'll look forward to maybe having you back on the show.
Thank you.
Visit the Envision Our Waterfront website today to sign up for email updates and find out how to share your input. When we come back from the break, we'll find out how Career Day is helping people find their way into the trades. Most everyone values having reliable government services like police, fire, power, and water. These are just a few of the fields that will need good, well-trained workers in the years ahead. In our next report, John Phillips dropped in on a recent event designed to get young people thinking about their careers.
It's not just another boring field trip. It's quite possibly a preview into their future as a high-voltage electrician.
Here at Career Day, we're teaching the kids different things that we do on a daily basis. We're giving them an opportunity to look at the different jobs that we do, and we give them hands-on experience.
Tacoma Power is among dozens of employers, unions, and technical schools showcasing careers in the skilled construction and service trades. It's a chance for high school students to get their hands on the tools of some of those trades and see if they might be a good fit for their futures.
Maybe. Well, I mean, that'd be
there's
cool.
just so many jobs in the tech field that we're just kind of here to, like explore and figure out what we want to do. And so going up in this, we're seeing how we like everything.
They were among 2,500 students who came to the state fairgrounds in Puyallup to learn about careers that don't require a traditional college degree.
They're probably starting to think about what they like about school, if they want to pursue a four-year college, if they want to go to a technical school, if they want to get involved with an apprenticeship program and be in the trades. This is the pivotal point in their careers as well as us to start recruiting.
Go! Faster, faster!
All divisions of Tacoma Public Utilities are at Pierce County Career Day because as the current workforce ages, they'll need skilled and competent people to provide power, water, and rail services in the years ahead.
The four-year degree, if that's something they're not interested in, that we do offer a great apprentice program for wire and line.
Going through the apprenticeship, you have to go to class one night a week for 4 hours. You have no tuition to pay back at the end of your term, and you're getting paid a living wage to go through the program. So who wouldn't do that?
Students even got to experience tapping into a pressurized Tacoma water main. Some quickly discover the value of fully exploring what's involved in a good-paying career that might have them working outdoors.
And it's cold and wet today, so it's a great experience and very realistic. I just got finished and I'm still a little wet, but they're doing great and they're having a lot of fun, so it's pretty awesome.
A few years ago, a college degree was a sure ticket to a great job. The annual Career Day offers students some new options. For Tacoma Report, I'm John Phillips.
This early preview provides students with an idea of how they might prepare themselves to apply for an apprenticeship. That process is often very competitive. In November 2016, Washington state voters approved Initiative 1433, which created a statewide paid sick leave law. The city has scheduled 2 information sessions for those who want to learn more about the paid sick leave changes taking effect in 2018. The meetings are scheduled for Tuesday, December 12th from 2 to 3:30 p.m. at the main branch of the Tacoma Public Library, and Wednesday, December 13th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. at the Fern Hill Library Meeting Room. Shop fresh this fall and winter at the Proctor Farmers Market. It may be colder outside, but seasonal hours are still going on, with the market open every Saturday until December 16th. After this date, winter market hours move to every second Saturday in January through mid-March. To check out their diverse selection of fresh foods and artisan products available year-round, visit the market's website. The winter edition of EnviroTalk is in homes now. It includes curbside collection calendars and the annual stickers to help solid waste customers remember their collection days. You can also find winter recipes. The new edition is also available online. Just last year, the city planted over 1,500 trees all across Tacoma. Stacy Ellifrit has more on the goals to increase the city's tree canopy and how residents can get involved.
Canopy cover is an important asset used by many communities to gauge environmental health. Trees play a key role in a city setting, including reducing erosion, managing and cleaning stormwater, and most importantly, producing oxygen. That's why increasing tree canopy cover benefits the entire community.
Studies have shown about 40% canopy cover is a good target for urban communities. In 2011, the city of Tacoma analyzed our canopy cover, and it's sitting at about 19% currently. In recognition of the benefits that trees provide, the City Council adopted a canopy cover goal of 30% by the year 2030.
To help achieve this goal, the city formed partnerships with local organizations on planting projects.
At Jenny Reed, we planted about 58 trees with over 100 volunteers. The increase in canopy there went from about 5% canopy cover existing to about 20% after those trees are mature. This increase in tree canopy cover will help to buffer the road noise from the adjacent freeway to the school, as well as remove a lot of the particulate matter, those pollutants from the air that the students would breathe.
Residents can get involved through community incentive programs that work to support the increased tree canopy goal.
There are many ways the community can become involved in supporting the city's tree canopy cover goals. One way is through taking advantage of our tree incentive programs. Through our coupon program, for instance, we partner with select local retailers and offer up to $15 off per tree purchased.
Another way that residents can get involved in helping Tacoma's canopy cover is when storms bring high winds, already dead or broken branches could fall from trees. Remember, just because a branch falls doesn't mean that the tree needs to be removed. A little bit of preventative pruning to remove these branches can help keep trees healthy and growing. For Tacoma Report, I'm Stacey Ellifrit.
Take pride in your neighborhood and help add to Tacoma's Canopy. Visit the city's tree coupon page to find out how to get a discount on a residential tree purchase. Up next, we'll find out how Tacoma ranked in the Digital City Survey. In its 2017 Digital City Survey, the Center for Digital Government has recognized the city of Tacoma as a top 10 city in its population category. The award recognizes cities using technology to improve citizen services, enhance transparency, and encourage citizen engagement. Recent technology-related projects at the City of Tacoma include the evolution of its open data portal into one that places a greater emphasis on performance management, and the introduction of research and intelligence tools for the business community. Tacoma has earned this recognition 4 out of the last 5 years. Administrative offices in the Tacoma Municipal Building Complex and in other City of Tacoma facilities will close Monday, December 25th in observance of Christmas Day, and Monday, January 1st in observance of New Year's Day. The Tacoma Recovery and Transfer Center will be closed on Monday, December 25th and Monday, January 1st. There will be no curbside pickups on those days. All curbside collection pickups will be 1 day later than normal, between Monday, December 25th through Saturday, December 30th, and Monday, January 1st through Saturday, January 6th. Information specific to a customer's address can be found at tacomarecycles.org/collection calendar. The Conservatory at Wright Park welcomes the holiday season with the lavish, festive Victorian holiday exhibit. This collection is filled with holiday spirit as it features poinsettias locally grown at the Metro Parks greenhouse facility. Visitors can immerse themselves in this grand floral display that runs December through January 7th. For visiting hours information, check out the Metro Parks Tacoma website. The Tacoma Police Department is doing a Toys for Tots drive this holiday season. You can donate a toy at any of the Tacoma Police Department substations now until December 20th, between the hours of 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. To find your nearest Tacoma Police Department substation, go to the webpage listed below. If you're looking for a way to ring in the new year, First Night Tacoma is a great choice for a fun and safe, family-friendly celebration. There will be performances and activities of all kinds, as well as some special surprises in celebration of their 25th year. Tickets are available online at firstnighttacoma.org and at participating locations. Check their website for details. If you've never donated blood before, now is the perfect time to lend your help with this life-saving gesture. As Lane Fickey reports, Cascade Regional Blood Services is in need of donors.
It happens almost every year. The number of people donating blood seems to drop as the year winds down. And this can be a real problem because fewer people means that less blood can be given to those who desperately need it.
With the holidays coming up, that means schools are going to be out, and with schools out, that means we're going to have a substantial hit to the blood supply. They make up about 30%. And so when the schools go on holiday, we see a sizable drop. And so it's really important for donors to be conscientious of that and come in if they are available.
The need for blood is constant, and there never seems to be enough. Contrary to belief, there is no huge storage facility with a backlog of donated blood just waiting to be used. Cascade Regional Blood Services keeps a small supply on hand, and the rest is quickly sent out to facilities in need. Regular whole blood has a shelf life of around 40 days. The entire process from registration to going home takes a little over an hour for whole blood donations. Even though the donations decline during the winter months, Cascade Regional Blood Services is part of a network which helps out different agencies when their supplies drop.
We work with a cooperative called Blood Centers of America, and like when there was an incident in Houston, we assisted. Same thing with Hurricane Irma. When there was those tragedies that happen and those hurricanes that happen, we work together and mobilize to ensure that there is enough blood to supply those regions when those events occur.
If you're looking for that perfect holiday gift that helps a lot of people, that you can give over and over again, doesn't require a lot of time, and there's no wrapping paper involved, then Cascade Regional Blood Services should be at the top of your list. For Tacoma Report, I'm Lane Fickey.
Cascade Regional Blood Services has offices in Tacoma, Puyallup, and Federal Way. If your organization would like to sponsor a blood drive and have one of their blood mobiles on site, you can request one online or by giving them a call. That's all the time we have on this edition of Tacoma Report. A great way to find out about the services the City of Tacoma has to offer is by going to cityoftacoma.org. Until next time, I'm Anita Gallagher.